Hey, come on. Come on. Oh, there you go. Oh, all right, there we are. Okay, there we are right there. Okay. Okay. Hello. So, let me make sure I get the volume turned up. What's that?
You having troubles over there?
No, just making sure the volume's turned up. That's all. Okay. There we go. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another live edition of Top Rope Report here on YouTube, TikTok Live, and now we can be heard on Spotify. I'm your host, the illustrious Mr. Trivia. Joining me every week, as usual, my co-host, my tag team partner, my best friend, the best in the business, the Nugster Greg. Greg, how's it going tonight?
It's going all right.
That's good. Right now, we're going to be discussing Monday Night Raw and NXT. Talking a little bit about Survivor Series and a whole host of stuff coming up tonight. So if you're ready, I'm all set.
All right. So, in true Top Rope fashion, anything and everything Monday Night Raw, Mr. Trivia leads off. And this week's Monday Night Raw came from the TV Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. And Triple H opened up the show. You did this whole thing as one, right? The promo and the match in one, or did you do them separate?
Well, I rewatched it. I did it separately now.
Okay, so we had Triple H in the ring introducing John Cena to kick off Monday Night Raw. Trev, you're up.
Well, it was actually nice to see a promo done by somebody other than the usuals on Monday Night Raw. It was good to see Triple H in the ring talking about John Cena and how everybody has their own opinions on who's the greatest of all time, and we all basically know who the greatest of all time is. It's John Cena, and but yeah, it was good to see Triple H. I thought something might have been on when John Cena came out and Triple H was still standing in the ring. I'm sitting there like, Triple H gonna come behind him and attack him from behind? That'd be cool. No, but it was what's that?
Oh yeah, I mean I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and it was like it was a really, really good promo to start off Monday Night Raw because you really got to the point. Really talked about the legacy of John Cena, his great career, and I just thought it was great. I gave it an A.
Okay. So we had Triple H out there. Pumping us up. Cena coming out. Like you said, everything you said, he was talked about. All the tributes that make up someone to be the greatest, and then said that those tributes were all John Cena. John Cena came out, thanked the fans. He then that on the specific Saturday Night's main event that he will be in his last match, that will feature exhibition matches between main roster and NXT stars in an effort to open the door to the future while his door is closing, which I thought was great. We then had Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio interrupt. I don't know how you didn't talk about any of this, but he talked trash, tried to put John Cena down, and then we heard the audience, you fucked up. And then John Cena got all fired up. And told him that he was wrestling with the wrong guy at the wrong time in the wrong place. Dominic Mysterio came back with his thing and said, I'm not even at my peak, and I'm better than you were at your prime. Triple H then stepped in, agreed with the fans' assessment, and made a matchup official for John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio. And I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be the way the show ends. Have the match, then turn the microphone back over to John Cena and give him as many minutes at the end of Netflix, of Raw on Netflix, and has no off time. No. He said that match happens now. So I'm going to agree with you, great, but only because of everything else that happened that you didn't even mention. So I'm going to give this also an A.
Greg, why do you think that WWE is kind of reluctant to go a long period of time on Netflix?
Well, they go 2.5 hours every week, and if they go a little over than they do.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
That gave us the first match of the evening, as it was John Cena against the Intercontinental Champion, Dominic Mysterio. Trev, you lead off for this one.
All right. Thank you, Greg. I love this match. I mean, I knew when the match was agreed upon that John Cena was going to win the IC title. The only title he's never held in his career. This kind of puts the icing on the cake, so to speak. And I don't know. I mean, Dom looks good. Dom always looks good in the ring. I mean, he looked real good in this match, but we knew he was going to lose. I mean, I knew he was going to lose. The fans just went ballistic from the time John Cena came out during the match until he won the title. He even had that surprised look on his face after the 3 count. I won, It's like I thought that was actually pretty cool. But yeah, I just thought that it was a really good match. Good way to start off Monday Night Raw as a match wise. Yeah, and John Cena's got till December 13th, and we don't see him anymore. I mean, sometimes not often, but I've seen some wrestlers make a special appearance here and there and so forth and so on. But I don't know. I don't think we're going to see that with John Cena. I think he's just going to ride off into the sunset, and I'm sure he'll still watch the program from home. But other than that, it would be interesting to see, WWE going forward without John Cena. But I enjoyed the match. I thought it was great. I gave it an A-.
Okay.
Thank you for the roses.
Yeah, and this was a pretty good break. Pretty good match. A couple commercial breaks in it, which annoys me, but it is what it is. We had, some things happened where, John Cena did his, shoulder blocks and his 5-knuckle shuffle, but then Dirty Dom, he countered out of the attitude adjustment, sent Cena into the ring post, then went over to the other side and took the turnbuckle off. And while the official was over there, he grabbed a steel chair and tried to pull one out of Eddie Guerrero's bag, who, by the way, died 20 years ago today.
Yep.
And then, he did the clap with the steel chair down on the mat and then fell down, and then Cena put the chair down and he fell down too. The ref turned around, had no idea what happened. We then get a ref bump, which Cena applied the STF. Dominic tapped out, but the referee wasn't there to see anything. He's jumping around the ring, excited. And then he gave Dominic an attitude, sort of like, okay, this is over. But no, Dominic kicked out, and I'm like, holy shit, wait a minute, what? I'm like, Dominic Mysterio's countering the attitude adjustment and kicking out an attitude. So I'm like, what's going on? Is he really going to win? But Dirty Dominic tried to did a 619 and then tried to deliver a frog splash where John Cena caught him, rolled through, picked him up, gave him one last A and got the win, completing the all-important Grand Slam, the only title he's never won. So many negative things about why they did this, but match-wise, I thought it was a good match. Crowd loved it. John Cena loved it. I noticed at one point when he was laying down and the ref checked on Dominic, then checked on Cena. When he turned away from Cena, John Cena kind of turned his head over a little bit and like winked and smiled at the camera. I was like, great, this is great. But yeah, I really loved it. I'm gonna go A-.
All right, Gemini, thanks for tuning in. AI came in with a WWE Raw recap and John Cena comment on matches. Okay.
We then went to the next matchup, which was a first-round matchup in the Last Time Is Now tournament, pitting Damian Priest versus Rusev. I get to go first for this. After such a great start to the show, this show quickly took a left-hand turn, not a right-hand turn. There's nothing right about the next match. It was a very, very extremely disappointing match. It was just under 9 minutes long. And Rusev beating Damian Priest. And this match was a lot slower than expected. And most of the action took place during a 3.5 minute long commercial break. It's a 9-minute match. You're doing over 1/3 of it during a long commercial break because you had to make up for the fact that Cena's promo and then the match. And then towards the end, after getting back to commercial, Damian Priest started to make a comeback, and then all of a sudden, poof, we get the ending of the match. But it is what it is. I guess it makes sense if you look at it because Rusev has more history with John Cena than Damian Priest does. But yeah, this was just an average match at best. I gave it a C-.
All right. Yeah, if you noticed, it was kind of like the John Cena Dominic Mysterio match kind of got started during the commercial break too. Because when they came back on, John Cena was already slumped in the corner.
Right.
So, yeah, but this match, I was looking forward to it because I have Damian Priest in my fantasy league. But yeah, I thought it was a disappointing match as well. 9 minutes was long for this match, and they were moving in slow motion too a lot. It just didn't seem like neither guy got a chance to, get off right away. And it was just a match where, hey, kudos to Rusev. I don't believe they said who his next opponent's going to be. But
we don't even know truly how the bracket is.
Yeah.
We know that the two winners of the matches on Monday Night Raw are going to face each other. It's just these are first round matchups.
But yeah, I thought it could have been a better match. I wanted Damian Priest to win, but Rusev did get the victory. Like you said, he does have more history with John Cena than most of the people do in that tournament. I gave it a C+.
We then went to the next segment of the match. It was a promo by the World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk. Trip, it's a promo. You must be first.
Thank you. Boy, was he mad when he came out. He was looking for a fight. He's like, I'm not here for a wrestling match. I'm in Boston. I'm ready to fight somebody in the street. And then shithead came out, Logan Paul, and was talking to CM Punk about the devastation of the tsunami from Bronson Reed. And I really think he's, I mean, I kind of figured he was going to wind up being part of the Vision.
I don't know that he's part of the Vision. I don't get that sense yet.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just thought that, you knew what was going to happen. You knew they were going to go after CM Punk. And then Jey Uso came in. I didn't expect to see Cody come in. But maybe Sammy come down or something. I don't know. But it was kind of predictable once they went after CM Punk. And then Jey Uso standing in the ring next to him. But they kind of got the better of the Vision. I think Cody took care of Bron Breakker pretty good, and I thought it was an interesting part of the promo. CM Punk was he was ready to go. I mean, when Paul Heyman came out and said, or CM Punk said, "I'll take on all 5 of you, Heyman. You count as 2." I thought that was pretty funny, but yeah, I just thought it was a good promo, physicality wise, and kind of makes me look forward to Survivor Series coming up. I gave it a B+.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't like it nearly as much as you did. Yeah, we had CM Punk out there. Like you said, extremely fired up. Logan Paul came out. And then after he came out, Paul Heyman came out. And then behind Paul Heyman was Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. Obviously putting him on their side, not necessarily, to me, I don't think that means that he's in the Vision. Because I just don't think he's around enough to ever be in a faction. He's only around, if you notice, he only comes around for the big fours. That's it. He's out for a couple weeks before that, and then he's on a major PLE, and that's it. Doesn't do the small PLEs. But he's talking and then going back and forth. I remember CM Punk mentioned that AJ Lee coming down. That's what he said. AJ Lee can be. If AJ Lee was here, she'd beat up all 5 of you. And not that he would, but that AJ Lee would. Then we got the 3-on-1 beatdown, and that brought out Jey Uso. And then on this Cody Rhodes, we found out that Cody Rhodes was in the arena. Forgot to mention after John Cena, I thought it was pretty fitting. When he left, they came back to commercial break. They saw him in the gorilla position, shaking a bunch of stars' hands. Tons of appearance points were given out for that. I had to pause it just to count them all, make sure I didn't miss anyone. And then he turned, and that's when we saw Cody Rhodes. So, we kind of knew at that point, I knew that he would be coming out during this. But, it just puts together a very, very raw, heavy War Games match. And I don't think you should ever, if you're going to do that, then you should have a SmackDown heavy women's War Games match. But we'll get into that one a little later. But yeah, you gave it a B+. I didn't like it anywhere as you. I gave it a C+.
All righty.
We then went to the first women's. We went to the women's world championship match. It was Stephanie Becaire defending against Raquel. Raquel had Roxanne in her corner, and Stephanie Becaire had Nikki Bella. And this was, it was actually a better match than I thought it was going to be. I was getting a little nervous at first when Raquel was kind of in control. They went, when they came back from commercial, it seemed like everything that Stephanie did, Rodriguez had an answer for, countering out of it, and taking her down with her power. I know at one point, Roxanne Perez looked like she was going to interfere, but Nikki Bella stepped in on the floor. And then, this matchup wound up going 10 minutes and 34 seconds. And, Stephanie wound up, getting the win with her corkscrew. After doing the Devil's Kiss, she did her corkscrew moonsault for the pinfall and a successful title defense. After the match, Roxanne and Becaire, Roxanne attacked Stephanie Becaire only for Nikki Bella to make the save. They cleared their heels out of the ring and they embraced in a hug. Except moments later, Nikki Bella rocked Stephanie Becaire with the title and stood tall over her, making it seem like, pretty clear that she was going after that title. She then ripped her red top off to show a black top, because that's what all evil people do and have. But I enjoyed the match overall. I would have given it a B+, except for the end there with Nikki Bella. She's anywhere near to feel like a threat to say something.
About Nikki think is going to Stephanie. I just didn't think it was going to be this early.
No, neither did I.
But I really think, hey Dylan, I really think that WWE did a little on that part. It was a good. To that first.